it seems to want to. Okay, everybody, we're gonna go. All my stuff is out in the van. I am so tired. So tired. There you go. How did you get this thing so spun around already? How did you do that? There we go. We're gonna go out the back door. Wrong direction. To unwind her leash. I don't know, I might have gotten too far now. I think it did. Oh, it looks okay once I unraveled it. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Hold on. Okay, let's go. I know. We'll get you your Benadryl here pretty quick. Oh, she really did have to be. She's been bugging me for the last 20 minutes because she's like, I need to go pee. I was like, you just went out half an hour ago. You cannot have to pee that bad. She must have drank a lot of water when I wasn't looking. Well, I know she was. She did. I guess because her dish was empty. No, you don't need that. Come on. Oh, it is so warm out here. I think we're going to try and get lucky and do Mount Ascension, which is why I'm starting the stream early. And hope that these clouds will protect us, because it is hovering around the 90-degree mark, which for some of you isn't bad. Will you get over here? Geez. Keep walking right down the middle like she owns the place. We got in at 4 o'clock this morning, and then I had to wake up at, I got 2 hours of sleep. Because the reason why we had to stop in Montana is a little butthead here. She had some sort of an allergic reaction. I don't know what it was. And it didn't seem like it was getting any better or anything, and I was getting a little worried. And since I had to come within 500 miles of here anyways, I figured we left a day early out of New Hampshire to come back here because I was able to get her into an appointment for this morning. So, yeah, I know, you're very itchy. You're very itchy, I know. Just trying. I don't know where everything's at. No idea where everything's at. as far as all my gear to stream with. So I'm just gonna, I got a clip there, but where's my gimbal? Well, now I'm confused. I did not see my gimbal in my backpack upstairs. Oh, there it is. I found it. What was it doing up there? I'm missing a. There he is. No, we're driving. Yeah, we're driving. Okay, now we can go run. Now that I know where the gimbal's at. I'm still missing a magnetic clip though. I don't know where it's at. No idea. I have two. If my gimbal's in here. Okay, scooch is over. Yo, come on. Scooch. Just a little bit, thank you. I need to get buckled in, that's why you needed to scooch. Okay, let's get going. Anyways, it was a good trip. I'm glad we went, other than the fact that I didn't really have the money to go, but I need to get paid. I don't know how quickly I'm going to get paid, but I need to get paid for, gosh dang you, for these next few gigs I'm doing. I pretty much have, what, one, two, three, like three back to back to back. So hopefully I can get paid quickly off of those. These middle two vents do not push any air. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, I did not know traffic would be this bad, or else I would have gone around this to the next street. I guess it is right at 5 o'clock. here is busy too. But I have been doing a lot for this weekend's stream already. Had a couple meetings and everything, and so I am getting nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea how to get to the places I need to get to. I need to figure that out Friday. I'm gonna see if the guy that is gonna be with me, I've known him for a few years now. Me and him have actually worked together on quite a few races. So hopefully he'll just want to ride with me as we travel, if he's okay with a little butthead here. But we'll see, because he definitely knows. He's done a lot of, I think he's done some crewing at least at this race, and he's raced it, I'm pretty sure. So because he is a very, very accomplished runner. I don't think he's a pro, because he's not a pro sponsored, let's put it that way anyways. Wow, this four-way stop is so backed up, because the other street over that way is closed right now because they're paving it, so everybody is on this street. Okay, now we're good to go. But yeah, so that's gonna be fun, and then we'll leave there. Anyways, a little butthead here. I never did finish talking about her. So the trip in New Hampshire, like the last time I saw you guys, she was having issues where she had a little bit of blood in her poop, and it was like hit or miss. Some days she would have it, some days she wouldn't, and I didn't know what the deal was. But then when we got to New Hampshire, she did really, really well on our hike. We did not do an overnight hike because the weather did not agree with us being able to do that. It was 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts up on the ridge, and so we did not we just did a little bit shorter of a loop, and it was raining, so we couldn't even do one of the peaks because it's like super, super slick. So we just did a shorter loop and did it all in one day, the day before our race. So that kind of sucked for our race, but you know, it is what it is. But she did really well, but she had an allergic reaction to something, and the second day during our race it got worse. And so I decided to come back a day earlier and try to get her into a thing. I give her some Benadryl, which seemed to help. And then, of course, yesterday she started to get a whole lot better. But the vet could still see the spots on her, all that kind of stuff. The vet was like, you did a good thing giving her the Benadryl. No idea what she's allergic to or why she had a reaction. There's two possibilities. It could be it was hives, all these bumps. I didn't know what it was. They were just bumps underneath her fur. It was hives. She was having an allergic reaction to something. Not a lot of people up here. I thought they'd be a lot up here. Because it's warm, but it's not definitely cooler than it has been this whole week. But we'll get going. Move that down. Move this a little bit. I got my fan going because it is super humid inside my van. Because it, like I said, it was wet and rainy in New Hampshire the whole time. And humid. It was like freaking so humid. Just nuts. Hopefully I have battery on my gimbal. I didn't even look and see. Okay, you guys are, if you get motion sickness, look away for a second. There we go. Okay, come on. I don't think I'm gonna take my sunglasses because we're just gonna. With the clouds are on, I can't see out of them anyways. Yeah, you're already panting. We haven't even started yet. Haven't even started yet. There. Okay, come on. She did have a couple bug bites. That's why they don't know exactly what it was. She had like 3 actual bug bites. Like there was like, you could see like a big ring where she got bit. Where'd this guy come from? They weren't there. There was nobody in the parking lot leaving. I just drove up and left, I guess. Okay, come on, here we go. And there we go. Oh, I don't have my battery, so we'll see how far we go. I might have to end the stream early. We're just gonna do a short loop though, because I got a lot of stuff to do tonight. I have to go and get her some more dog food and need to replenish our food and drink stocks for the next month. But they don't know if maybe they don't know if she had a reaction to whatever bit her, because that could be what caused it, since like it was big red rings. I wish I could change modes and show you guys like just the pictures on my phone. Let's do a screen share, which I can't change modes like that. I could end the stream, start off. But she also, between the rain and humidity and all that kind of stuff. Oh, somebody lost their glasses. All right, come on. Obviously, she still has energy, but she ended up getting a ear infection as well, which she has problems with her ears getting dirty because her ears like to flop back when she's running, so she just gets dirt and debris inside of them. But she, all right, come on, hey, come on, stick with me, you weirdo. She, like when I was talking to the vet, I'm like, she doesn't normally have issues with her infections, but they said that because she was in the rain, like it was a miserable hiking day. It was the first part of it wasn't too bad. It was still really humid, but she ended up, it took us 13 hours to do the hike, and about 7 of that was in torrential downpour. So she was a trooper. Come on. And despite the rain, she did well. Okay, this run is kicking my ass. Oh. But because we had to change our hiking plans due to the weather and do that 13-hour hike over or the day before the race, we did not do as well as we wanted to as a team. I was like 20 seconds slower than last year, I think. But I don't know, I might have been a little bit faster. I don't think so though. But I did have the fastest time. So that was one of my goals, is because last year I had the second fastest time. As far as the run, just the run segment goes. But our biker ended up having a one. It was raining, like right when she was getting ready to start her portion of it. It started to rain, and a road bike on wet roads is not fun. But also, her shoe broke, so she couldn't get clipped or unclip on the bike. There's one very substantial hill that she was gonna have to walk up with the bike, and her plan was just to take her shoes off and she was just gonna run up with the bike, because with the the clips and stuff on the bottom of the shoes, it's hard to run. So she was like, she's gonna take my shoes, slip them off really easy. Well, the problem was is she went to do that and the whole bottom of her shoe came off. She couldn't get the clip free, and the whole bottom sole of her shoe ended up coming off of her biking shoes. So that made her a bit slower. Our swimmer, she did really well. She ended up, I want to say, about 5 minutes faster than last year. But all in all, I had a lot of fun. It was good times. I wish I could have spent more time, but it is what it is. There's next year. Oh. And I did invite them if they want to set something up for out here too. I could always do that. I can put some bunk beds in my apartment, have a big old slumber party. Oh. It's humid for Montana right now, but compared to what I was just in New Hampshire, this, like, I can tell it's humid for Montana. I can feel it. It is nothing compared to what I was in last week. But anyway, all that being said, since I was able to get her an appointment, we left yesterday morning out of, or not yesterday morning, Monday morning out of New Hampshire. They drove for 22 hours. Actually, what did we drive for? Yeah, it was 22 hours. I got 2 hours of sleep. I was planned to sleep a little more than that, but I woke up after 2 hours, all my ultra run training, and felt refreshed. So I was like, well, since I feel as good, I better get on the road. then we drove the rest of the way here, and took us longer than I was expecting, because my GPS, it wanted me to go back a different route. Said it was the quickest way. So I was like, well, I gotta get her back here, so we'll go that way. Well, I don't know what the hell. Freaking Apple Maps. We get within. So basically, it wanted us to take the freeway down into Pennsylvania. I think it's 91 or something, down to Pennsylvania, and then hop on I-80, take it the whole way across. Now, I know enough that with at least the I-80 section, well, I wouldn't take I-80 through Ohio, Indiana, or Illinois, because, or at least to Chicago, so mostly just Indiana and Ohio, because those are the turnpikes, the toll roads. Last time I did that, it cost me $54 for literally, like, what are you on there? Maybe 4 hours of driving. So the route was actually drop down on US 30, just south of I-80 in that section, and then hook back up on I-80, and then it wanted me to go up through southern Minnesota. Nari, come on I-90 or whatever that is. Nari. Yeah, that would be I-90 to come across. So we got to where we're about, I don't know, 20 miles from jumping on I-80, and all of a sudden it's like, road closed ahead. We were adjusting route. So I just thought, I don't know what the road closure would be, but probably just a small little detour. Nope. I-80 was completely closed for westbound traffic for about, I don't know, 10 or 15 miles for construction. And now, if you know anything about Pennsylvania, especially in that part of Pennsylvania, there's no roads paralleling it or anything like that. It's mountain topography that you're weaving in and out of. And there's only one bypass route. So everybody's taking it. These little tiny towns aren't used to that much traffic. Everything was backed up. It took me 2.5 hours to get that 10 miles. And so I calculated while I was driving after I got through that. And I'm like, you know what? By the time I got to Youngstown, which just past that is where I usually go, dropping down off of from New York, to kind of up by Erie. I'm like, I would have been through here an hour and a half ago if I would have just gone the way I normally go. And then instead of taking US 30, because I drive that way all the time, I knew if I just drove down to I-70, which is about 40 miles, 50 miles south of there, it's actually quicker. So I dropped down on there, which I don't know why it wanted me to take US 30 when it, well, because it wanted me to go back up on I-90, I guess. But I was like, nope, I'm just gonna take I-80 the normal way through Iowa, and then head up from there, from Omaha up to hop on I-90 Rapid City. I literally make the turn on I-29 yesterday morning, and I get a notification like 20 miles in. I get a notification that highway is closed, adjusting route. And then I see a big sign on the side of the interstate, I-29 closure, detour, or, you know, there's a detour, but they suggest taking other routes. And so I look it up. I-29 was completely flooded by all the massive amounts of water coming down the Missouri and Vermilion rivers. And but by then I'm like, you know, I'm already dedicated to the direction I'm going. Because if I would have known about that, not only would I have taken the I-90 earlier, way back, I would have headed up from Des Moines or even Cedar City. But I would have got all the way home. I was just taking I-70 all the way across. And then, or no, I-80, I mean, all the way across. And then head up from Wyoming. But luckily, we got there. And the detour, it did take me an extra hour to get around, but the detour was not backed up like it was on I-80 in Pennsylvania. But so I lost about 3.5 hours, which is why I didn't get here until 2 hours before her appointment, and I was able to get, so I got 2 hours of sleep 2 nights ago, hours of sleep last night, so I'm tired. We're going to bed early tonight. We're going to try and wake up early and go for a run, maybe do Nessa's route, and then I got to get on the road. Let me be on the road by 8 o'clock at the latest, because that'll put me there at 8 o'clock. Oh, goodness gracious. I am sweating. And hopefully I'll be able to find a place to park, because I got the instructions for the Airbnb. And where'd she go? She's got to be up there, but I don't see her. To know which direction she went. Oh, there she is. She did go the other way. See, she always goes this way. I go that way. I can go that way. Yeah. She always goes to the left. This is the one time she decided to go to the right. But I got the instructions for the Airbnb from the producer, and specifically says do not park in or on the street in front of the house. You have to park in the driveway. And I'm like, well, this driveway's big, because there's like 8 of us, and I'm guessing every single one of us have our own vehicle. Oh. And then I gotta figure out, I gotta go get my media credentials on Friday at, I think, 3:45. We're gonna go this way. And then do some figuring out of how I need to get to where I need to get to. From the start to to our second spot. It's quite a haul. If I had to guess, I would say it's about a 4-hour drive because you have to go all the way around because you're going from one side of the Sierras to the other side and then back in. But from our second spot to our third spot, it's closer. It's still probably an hour because it's a gravel road, or gravel might be giving it credit. It's a forest road. And then from there, I think we are just outside of the finish line, or are we at the finish? I don't remember. I know eventually I go to the finish. I don't think he goes to the finish, so I know we go to Sunset. Maybe we go to the finish. I don't know. I don't think so. I actually don't think so. I think we're like maybe 6 miles from the finish. And then the preliminary sheet, it looks like he's updated it. I don't have a copy of the updated one. I only say this because the shared Google Doc, when I try and open it, says it is now in the owner's trash bin. So I guess I'll find out, but the preliminary had me going out to what's it called, Rocky Chucky or something like that, starting around like midnight. I'm supposed to go until like 9 at night, and then what, I'll get like a 3-hour, not even a 3-hour break because I have to travel. And it looks like I'm going to set up a Steadicam possibly, which is fine because then I can just sleep in my van. And then around 5 a.m. they want me back to the finish line again, it looks like. And I'm guessing that is to help with runner cam. So we'll see. So, but it does look like they want me at whatever it is, Rocky Chucky, whatever that place is. I'll be with my good buddy Chris Warden there. I don't think he's gonna be doing field commentation, but I don't think like he's using my camera because we're at different locations the rest of the night. Like he moves on at some point. So, and I definitely don't go there, and I don't think he has a camera there. It's just him. But we'll see. Ooh. You drive like I run, yeah. Oh, sorry, Spice Girl. I was so focused on telling the story that I wasn't paying attention to the comments. But I was in New Hampshire. That's where we were at. And then tomorrow we leave for California. But I had to get her into an emergency vet this morning because she had an allergic reaction in New Hampshire. And so she's still got they did lots of tests. She's nothing serious going on. They have no idea what she reacted to unless I pay for a very expensive allergy test, which I can't afford right now. So they said I did a good thing giving her the Benadryl when I did, and she has to be on Benadryl for another 3.5 days, I think. And then if her stuff doesn't clear up, then I need to bring her back, which means I won't be able to do my race next weekend. And that's me running the race, which is okay. Well, she had continued with having a little bit of blood in her poop. Not like super bad, but she'd have like a normal poop or even 2 normal poops. And then later on that day, she'd have a poop that was a little bit looser. Definitely wasn't like she had the runs, but then you'd see a little bit of blood on it. So they did feel sorry for her. She still seems to be happy about it, but they did probe her butt to see if there was anything going on with her, and they said that she seems to be okay. So, and her poop today, she's done 2 poops, it's been completely normal again. Her yesterday, she had a normal poop and then one where she had a little bit of blood again. So I don't know, they got her on a probiotic now too for the next 2 weeks to see if that helps improve anything. But oh man, oh, I'm dying. I went from, it was cool. Well, when I first got to New Hampshire, those first 2 days, it was miserable. It was like 90s with 80-90% humidity, just sweltering. She was not happy about it. And then, of course, the day we went for our big hike out in the woods, or up out in the mountains up there, it got cold, and it down torrential downpours, and then it was cool and cold the next day with it still raining off and on. And then when we left, it was still cool. To come out here, well, even on the drive, as soon as we got about a couple 100 miles from New Hampshire, I got back up into the 90s. And so it is about 90 degrees. Well, it's probably a little cooler since the sun's been behind the clouds for a bit. Still high 80s. Not near as humid, but oh. Between that and having 3 hours of sleep the last 2 days, 2 nights total, struggle bus is real right now. It pulled up and said, "Get on, bitch." And I did. Oh man. Rest would help, it would, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go back early tonight, guys. We're gonna try and wake up and get out for a run, which I'll try and stream tomorrow morning before we leave for California. Leave here I don't want to leave here any later than 8. So that means I need to wake up at like probably 4:30 tomorrow morning, which means I need to go to bed about by 9, 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight. And I will tell you, I will easily do a nap middle of the day while I was waiting for her to get done. There's a thunderstorms coming in. I'm glad we decided to do this now, because we got to run some errands right after this and buy her more food and stock up our fridge and pantry in our van again. Yeah. You need more. Here, come here. Hold on. I said you down right here. Here. You good? Want some more? Let's head back. Since we're just doing a short loop. Oh, did you choke on some? I'm sorry. That's my fault. I had your head tilted back while you were drinking. Yeah, I'm sorry, sweet girl. Yeah. So we're gonna go down here and take this trail for a little bit, but we're gonna hop back onto the trail that we came up to go down. So, man, I am sweating. I am sweating. And I do not have the shoes on to bomb this, so we're just gonna take it easy. Go as fast as we can, since I have so much to do, but we'll take it easy. And try and make her some more frozen treats tonight too, so we gotta buy some stuff for that. Oh. And then I did officially, no, sorry, we're gonna go down. We don't have time to do a double summit. Sorry, come on. Second race in Colorado and 2 more races this year. So I have Run Rabbit Run, I think, is in September. And Mammoth Trail Fest, which is also in September. Got those 2 races to work as well. I need to look and see when Mammoth Trail Fest is going to be. Oh, she's pooping. It looks normal though. We'll see. Because if Mammoth Trail Fest is close to when Kodiak is, I might sign up for Kodiak and we'll just spend a few weeks around Big Bear Lake area. Well, I mean, I could spin it around Mammoth. It's only like an hour drive from there to Big Bear Lake. So, is it an hour? It might be a couple hours. Not very far, let's put it that way. So we'll see. Because I do need to do a tune-up race. And the Kodiak 50K is a fun race. I ran it last year and thoroughly enjoyed it. So, it'd be a good race for a tune-up race. We will get that figured out today, actually. Tonight. Like I said, I don't have the shoes on. Be bombing it. I do have a trail shoe on, but it's not an aggressive tread. And it's old, so there is not a lot on it. I think I saw her at the bottom of the mountain. Okay, let's just go over here and then we can hop on over to the other. Although, might going down on that is gonna not be fun. It's steep. I have traction. And we just want to stay on this. I think so. I hear people coming up the trail. Nice girl. So I gotta look at those 2 dates, figure out. I know, like, Kodiak is like the second weekend, I think, in October. I think Mammoth Trail Fest is the last weekend in September. That would be, if the time works out right, it would be 2 weeks between the two. But if it's 3 weeks, I'm not gonna worry about it. 2 weeks, I might do it. Because I don't really want to be in California. It's actually, it probably wouldn't be too bad in that area. September. We're gonna go this way. Yep, we're gonna go down the way we came up. And I'm gonna figure out, I'd like to, if I can, I'll be back here. I just don't know what the dates are for, is it this? Isn't that right here? I think that's where we want to go. Yeah, right here. Sweet girl, right here. For sure. And that's what we came up. I think so. Figure out when the state, or the, it's not state fair, when the fair is here, and maybe get on part-time. Yeah, this is steep and you're trying to kick me down the trail, you weirdo. Try and get on, make a little money during that time frame if I can. Sell people cotton candy or whatever. The perfect job, I think, at a state fair would be emptying the garbages. I'll do that all day, I don't care. Somebody has to do it. Don't have to deal with people, anything like that. Oh, I did inquire. One of my friends, well, both of them technically work as civilians now. Back where on the program I was working on back in DC, and so I was like, well, let me know if FMD needs some, would be willing to hire me part-time. I'd be interested. I just don't know if they can do that. It's the part-time thing that gets them. I would be willing to do it. And funny thing is, one of my friends would be essentially be my boss. And I feel completely, what's the word? Like, inferior to her abilities. She is, you know, talking about somebody who's good at their job. They are really good at their, like, she's really good at her job. And I was always, when I was back there, basically, you know, fake it till you make it is pretty much what I was doing, and trying to, I was always on the phone with her, asking her advice and how to do things, all that kind of stuff. She helped me out a lot, but I mean, I'm a good worker though. A good worker, I think, so, which is, that's where I have the advantage over a lot of people. And I'm willing to put in the extra to, I mean, I have to put in extra to relearn a lot of this stuff that I've forgotten, especially with SQL. It's like I could do a very basic query of data probably, but that's about it. And I mean, I understand that one thing I have just a better data person is that I understand the back end and their table structures and everything, because I dealt with it. I basically helped build it, so that part I understand. It's just the programming language would be the thing I'd have to figure out. But also what she's getting ready to tackle right now is super interesting, and like, to get it actually to work is, you want to talk about like job satisfaction. That part I would love, and that's why I would put in a little bit extra to at least get back up to the level I was at and then go further. Who knows? She was going to talk to him and see, but I mean, I still know quite a few of the people back there that are on the program, so I have that for me. I have that going for me. The big thing is the part-time, and in reality, for at least till November, I could do full-time as long as it doesn't impact the stuff I've already been doing, so, or that I already have committed to. So I'd have to have Fridays off for those races. Other than that, because it's, you know, work from remote on all of this, I can work wherever. But I'd have to, and I do get ahead on some bills, but I wouldn't be able to work during my trip to South Africa because, well, for one, you couldn't even take my equipment with me to be able to work. And two, if you do get approval to do that somehow, they wouldn't let you work anyways. Because the VPN didn't want you to do that on the stuff I was working at from foreign soil. A non-secured network on foreign soil, I guess I should say. Like if there was a military base there, that's fine. Because then they have a secure network. Oh. I never did get to do a lake day with her because the weather was just so crappy. Like the first day, well, the first full day we were there, it was so stinking hot that we could have gone out there, but I don't think we got back from even dinner that night until like 9 o'clock at night or whatever. So we weren't gonna go hit the lake because they have weird rules there with the lake where you can't take dogs down to the lake before 7 because the cabin that we were on is part of it doesn't sit right on the lake. It's like a block away from the lakefront, so that's a shared lakefront space that they use. Now if you had right on the lake, like your own lakefront, it wasn't, shared beach access, then of course you could have a dog. But it's a shared beach and dock little area, so you have to follow the rules. We almost went the day after that because again it was like super warm out, and we almost was like, screw it, break the rules. Well, she found somebody to play with. Okay, all right, come on. Just because it was so warm, we almost were ready to break the rules and be like, nope, the dog needs to have a little bit of cool. Because I'm actually glad she did that. She was thinking about bringing her cat, but she left the cat back at her house in main home, and then brought one of her dogs, her youngest dog. So the first 3 days, I already got to she had a play pal, and those two, oh my goodness, I felt bad for her dog because her dog found somebody more energetic than her. That's Nari. And Nari would not quit. And so there was a few times we had to separate them. Like, she had to put her dog Willow in her bedroom and shut the door because they would just not stop. I think we're gonna get done just in time for a little bit of rain hits. There was a chance for some thunderstorms tonight. Not a huge chance of rain, but obviously the thunderstorms are here. But as is quite often with Montana, you can just get some serious thunderstorms, but no rain to go with it. And that's why we have such a bad forest fire problem here, because they're all dry thunderstorms. So lots of lightning, no rain, nice fires. I don't know why I'm having connectivity issues, but I've been watching the whole stream. There's weird places where I don't normally. Like, there's a few places we always have a little bit of connectivity issues, but there's been much of this stream, at least from my end. I don't know what it looks like on your guys' side, but like right now, oh, it just went away there for that last little bit. Come here. I had connectivity issues for the last quarter mile. Oh, I gotta set you guys down so I can get her on the leash. There's a lot of people here. Come on. There we go. Okay, you take that. Oh, you're showing everybody that you got your leash? You're so... Hold on, I gotta try and do this. You're self-sufficient that you got your own leash? I am quite sweaty and kind of itchy because I cut my hair right before we came here. So I didn't shower. Some new dog just pooped on the trail. That's nice. That wasn't there when we came through the first time. That's quite busy here now. There's only a few spots left after all that. Yeah, only a few spots after all that. Okay, come here. Gotta get you a bowl of water too. I gotta wash some dishes. I gotta grab those. Take them upstairs. Take all my stuff upstairs and give it a good washing so I don't have to use my water here, but I used dishes as we were driving just to eat really quick. I grabbed bunches of leftovers that we had because they weren't going to eat it, so I grabbed it so I could eat it. And it was all cold stuff, so I didn't have to heat it up or anything. Oh, okay. Let me get you a bowl. Jeez. Let me get you a bowl. Hold on. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to use some of this. Okay, everybody, that's gonna be it for tonight's stream. We're gonna go run some errands, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning before we take off. If I can get up early enough, we can do Nessa's route, which is about 4 miles or so. If not, we'll just have to do something quick and simple. So I definitely gotta get her some exercise before we go. You good? Yeah. Drink a lot of water. I know it's hot. But anyways, it's gonna be it, everybody, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye, everyone. Love y'all.